My name's JC. I am Wrong Strong, and we are at the Biltmore Soundscape Studio. Yes, I'm not on just. What was that commercial used to say? I'm not only the client, but I'm also the owner. Man, what does freedom really look like after being out of prison? And I'm gonna be completely transparent. I didn't realize what freedom really was until about almost 5 years down the road, 4 years. In 4 years, I made a couple of mistakes. I got in trouble, and after you've lived a life of getting in trouble all the time, and you're trying to stay out of trouble, every bad mistake sometimes feels like it's the end of the world, but it's not. It's just that your nervous system recognizes certain things, and I was speaking about this yesterday at the women's prison. There's a lot of triggers that I have that I manage every time that I go into these facilities, because people don't realize prison does something to you. I don't care what anybody says, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, it does something to you, because they rob you from your freedom. And I say rob, but obviously we put ourselves there, but it's something that's stripped away from you. And when you go to higher yards and you experience the amount of violence and control and fear of the gangs and bad people, because I tell people, yeah, there's really bad people in jail. That's where society puts the bad people. There's really bad people there, but there's also a lot of good people that made a lot of bad mistakes. But I'm talking about the going through all that, the violence, everything. Your body remembers that. Your body, your nervous system remembers that. I've had to manage that, and like the other day when I went to Winslow, passing by that gun tower, I don't know, it did something to me. and it wasn't until I actually looked up, because I wasn't even paying attention. Every time that gate slams shut and all that stuff, people don't see none of that stuff. Like, people just see, I guess you could say, like, the outer appearance. They see me like speaking. They see me smiling. Nothing is wrong with me. It's like when people clown on me about wearing my sunglasses. Like, there's certain things that I do to be able to manage the amount of trauma and everything that has been experienced, not only in the prison system, but as a gang member and like as a child. I was telling someone yesterday, I'm able to express my trauma better now, because like before it was like two words that I knew how to use. My vocabulary was very limited, and now I'm able to express certain things. But I didn't experience what true freedom was until about 4 years down the road after I got out. And it was because of all those scars, all those triggers. My anger being one of them, one of the biggest ones, and looking for substance to feel a different way. Drugs, alcohol. Alcohol was one of the hardest things for me to let go, because I looked at it as what normal people do. Everybody does it on the TV shows. Everybody that's the way I looked at it. I started drinking at a very young age, so it was social, it was fun, but somewhere down the road, I just couldn't have one beer or one drink. It was always till I ended up with a DUI or in jail, knocked out. It was bad. I have to believe that the change had to take time, because like I tell people, look, I damaged myself and I built really bad habits for 40 years. I mean, I was so motivated to stay out. I was so scared of going back to prison. Like, I wanted something different. I wanted something different, and I never really lost hope. Like, I always had a little bit. I always said, man, one day. Well, today I know what true freedom is after prison. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's 2026 now, and I got out in 2017. I'm no longer at the gym. I don't longer, train people for a living. I actually own and run a studio in the Biltmore area here in Phoenix. I help people manage their media, record podcasts, short films with the movie sets that we have downstairs. We're about to build a green screen set room where it's going to be for gamers and people who want to use the special effects stuff. We have the voiceover room. I mean, we've grown a lot, but this is what I do for a living now. But what's truly feeds my soul is that because of this, I get to teach on regular basis at the prisons, at the juvenile prison, at the women's prison, at the men's prison. I get to walk in there every day and teach and use my life as an example, a classroom setting. You know, I always tell the girls and the kids, you know, you got to take your pain and weaponize it. You have to take your pain and turn it into a classroom. And it's getting to the point where I visited almost every single facility here in Arizona. I'm getting ready to go to Texas and North Carolina. I've been to Florida, Illinois. Man, to see what God has done, not only with like my life, my I guess you could say my testimony, my story, to give others hope. I'm experiencing true freedom because of that. Even though me going to those places, you know, triggers me, and I have to be strong every time I go. There's times that it completely depletes me. By the time I'm done, I'm done. But I keep showing up. You know, that was one thing about me. Like I just kept showing up. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what was up, but I kept showing up. And I think that's been one of the biggest factors why, you know, I get to experience true freedom today after prison. Because there's a lot of people that get out and are still in prison. They're still, you know, still moving a certain way, still talking. They might be better at hiding it, you know, but they're still same mindset. I pride myself in the change, not just because like myself and what I do, but like my kids. You know, especially my son, man. My son Rudy, he's made some bad choices, bad decisions, but you know, he's a good kid, and I'll sit here sometimes and say, man, you know, I'm helping all these other kids, but I can't even help my son. And it's certain things that I think that everybody carries. You know, Christians call it carrying your cross, but I think it's more than that. You know, it's lessons in life that I have to believe, lessons in life that kind of soften your heart to be able to be a better person. Because like I worry about my son so much now, you know, and I just hope that one day I could bring him here to live with me, and one day he could be right here next to me doing the work that I'm doing, and pretty much being able to pass a legacy to my kids. Not the material stuff, but like to show them that I was on the fast track trying to learn how to be, I guess you could say, a normal citizen. Whatever normal is, but just changing, man, being a better person, worrying about other people instead of just worrying about yourself. And it took that long. It took that long for me to learn. But today I know what true freedom is, because I know what peace is. I know what love is. I know what friendship is. I just see things different. But, you know, like I said, it won't be easy, but it's doable. My name's JC. I am Wrong Strong. Hey, make sure you check us out at www.wrongstrong.com and www.biltmoresoundscapestudio.com. Súbanse a la Suburban, because we're about to take a ride.